What's up, fellow Clashers? It's Apollyon here, and we're going to do some awesome review of air attacks against Reddit Alchemy. It was just a random matchup on a spin, really cool war. We've just been getting some serious wars back to back to back. We love it. It's great. So let's go ahead and do some of these air attacks. Actually, this war was really cool because we had more ground attacks than air attacks, I think, for Town Hall 9, which just was just fantastic. So anyway, let's jump into it. Do the air ones. I'll do another video with the ground attacks. This one is going to start off, Paulino is going to start us off with a Lalune. And just going to use his royals, his king and queen, to take out that AD at 9 o'clock. Wanted to get both of them, but he doesn't get both. So I was just going to start some friendly funneling for those dragons at the 2 o'clock with minions. Just really easy funneling up there while the king and queen are doing their thing. Pops a Tesla there, and the queen is right behind, gets that first air defense, and is going to get the king, which is actually inconsequential to this raid, but is just not going to get anything more than this. I think the jump is down, so if I'm not mistaken, that jump was kind of wasted because the queen never took it and did not get in there. Uses the ability, and then they pretty much cancel each other out. So the jump is there standing alone, and it will not be used by anything. Dropping some haste in there to go ahead and take out that top air defense, and triggers those 2 seeking air mines, which is huge for these dragons. And we've got the clan castle, which were those max level loons. So we've got dragons now going in the funnel, just kind of making their way. Don't have to worry about the clan castle at all. And they're going to go ahead and take out the queen, run super fast. Have a rage left and a heal after that haste up top. And then the other rage was used to get the queen. Drops that last and final rage to get through this wizard tower now. Not really the best rage. I don't think it actually affected any dragons at all. So kind of swagged that rage right there. Didn't realize that the dragons were just going to do a complete split on him. So that's just how powerful this attack was and how much he crushed the base. Still has that AD as well, all the way at 9 o'clock that he has to deal with. And he's going to go ahead and heal up in this Expo, getting hit, and then drops a baby dragon there, but still has the AD, has 2 loons that he's going to throw in from like that 9:30, but it's not going to get the AD if I'm not mistaken. I think it's going to get sniped. So it does hit once, and then it gets sniped by the AD. So they don't even get that, but it is extremely weak. It just needs 1 puff, and then it's done. That Expo, set the ground. I say it all the time. Set an Expo to ground, will punish you with air. That's just the way it goes. So really good way to start us off. Love watching the Lalune. Don't see it all the time, but definitely well done here with a lot of leeway. Also, before I go on any further, wanted to give let me see what his name is. I forget his name. Ryan, a shout out. 99 1-star, but I mean, just really nice. Let's just take a quick look at that. 11v11. So this was down to the wire. We still would have won by percentage, even if this was a 3-star. But my goodness, with like 30 seconds left in the entire war, this was this is how we hit, and I couldn't even get in, but because it was completely full. But my goodness, look at this, just really nice attack. This is an anti-2 base. It's really set to deter any town halls from jumping up or trying to hit it for 2 stars. Very difficult 2-star. But making it an anti-2 base, just like in Town Hall 10, just like in Town Hall 9, makes it a little bit more easily accessible to a 3-star hit. And that queen was on beyond life support. That queen was, I think it went negative health and then hit the ability and was brought right back to life, like the resuscitation thing. I don't know. That was just crazy. I'm pretty sure she flatlined. So we throw this in because it is an air attack. We've got the Lalune coming in from behind and getting almost everything. Just that last little bit, that Expo takes that last loon down, and really that's what it boils down to. We got 5 seconds left, and that town hall is the only thing standing. It was just about ready to get crushed. It only has half health left. See if I can see that before it vanishes. Yeah, there we go. So it only has about half health left, and it got tons of minions. The warden and the queen was gonna have to beat through a wall to get to it, but just really, really sweet stuff. Just so props to him. Was a really nice attack, and didn't want it to go unnoticed. It's not very easy to 3-star 11v11 in the elite kind of wars like this. Okay, so let's go to number 19, and we are going to go jump into the tried and true Penta with a Zapquake, a Rage, and 2 hastes with a poison. So drops the king down there to do just some cleanup, and then drops the Zapquake up there at the 12 o'clock. And he's just getting ready for sending those loons in. I don't remember what was in the clan castle, but these guys ran a lot of loons, or I'm sorry, a lot of hounds. And that's the problem with running hounds. It's good for the first attack sometimes, but it just really opens the next attack to be able to air it without any consequence. This doesn't have, you don't have to worry about that. So here's the start of the Penta. We've got the 2 lava hounds coming in here. One max from the clan castle, the other of his own. He's got another hound that he's got going in, and at this point, this base is, it's got the horseshoe type of thing, and everything's going to cut across the base, and he's going to go ahead and throw some haste down to get his loons. The loons decide to go somewhere else. Sends the 4th lava hound down there, and this other loon up at the 12 o'clock. And then they're all making their way towards that 9 o'clock compartment. Drops that last hound in there with loons behind it. And they got to fight the sweeper, but under a rage. Really not such a big deal, especially when that one loon is tanking that wizard tower. Makes it that much simpler. Baby Dragon is in the clan castle, so it's finally gets taken down by the pups. And I guess they didn't run a lava hound in this clan castle. So my bad. I think there was a witch and Baby Dragon. Still didn't have to bother with it though, so that's kind of nice. And we've got the 3 there. So Penta, still a super, super powerful attack at Town Hall 9. All right, 26. Let's check this out. We got Megan Fury going in with a quad Lalune. So we've got 4 hounds, 3 of his own and 1 in the clan castle. And he's using the Zapquake. That's going to just make this a completely simple base to Lalune. Just got that clockwise type of deployment where you can easily get all of those defenses right on the outer ring, and there's really nothing in that core except for the queen. Queen can be handled with a lot of different ways. Got 2 rages and a haste left over after that Zapquake, and he decides he's going to pull the clan castle this time. So that was the point of the loons, to go ahead and do some funneling as well as pull that clan castle with only air targeting troops. And the queen just needs to get rid of that baby dragon and wizard, and at that point the loons and hounds can be deployed without triggering anything else in there. So very, very nicely done. He's got this first hound, second hound coming into the top AD with all loons to follow. Still hasn't used any spells yet to get those loons in quicker. He can be a little bit more patient, only 3 ADs to pop here. So there goes one, sends another lava hound in from the 3 o'clock, and the queen is hitting that. So he's going to go ahead and rage these pups up, and they're going to just completely crush this queen right here. Boom, it is down. That's how you handle a queen, with 2 rages and the pups being under rage. And then he sends that last lava hound in there with the loons behind it. And they're going to go ahead and just have to make it to that 6 o'clock. At this point, the space is pretty much cooked. I think there's like 12, 15 loons left over here. Tons of loons. Only got 1 splash damage and 2-point defenses. So that's going to be completely done here. That poor wizard tower tries hard. Even that that air bomb takes it down to a little bit less than half energy, but there's just too many loons, and the queen is still up as well, and swags those other 2 loons just in case for cleanup. So really, really nicely done. Let's go down 1. Check out Melon. Melon got a 6 pack. There's a lot of people that got 6 packs. We came out like running. I think we were 5 for 6 of our first fresh Town Hall 9s, and they did the same thing. I mean, they were like on fire. I think they were the same type of things. We were just three-starring left and right. I've never seen something like that bad. But here's an example of that again. That base that's got the four ADs on one side, the Wizard Towers on the other side. We've seen it hit so many times. You can hit it ground, you can hit it air. He hits it air this time and completely crushes it, even though he did not do what he wanted to do with the base, which I'll show you in just a second. What he's going to try to do is wall break in that middle compartment and get the queen to take out all four of those air defenses. Takes out one already, and then he drops the king a little late to funnel on the north side. That's the problem, is those wall breakers go in, but he realizes that queen is going to start walking to the cannon, then to the mortar, and has to use the king ability just to try to get it to push further. It's not there in time, and the queen, she ain't having it. She's just going to go ahead and walk behind her man the entire time and not going to go back into that compartment. These healers actually get benefit from that sweeper to push them back. They were in range for many times, and the sweeper keeps pushing them back. So he's just going to go for it. I would have liked to see how this raid was going to be if those air defenses did go down. I think it was the same type of deployment. They just wouldn't have stopped at the air defenses. They would have just stopped at the sweeper and the bomb tower and just gone that way. So he's just going to spam the loons in there. He's got rages, he's got heals, he's got skelly traps. He's got a whole bag of tricks. So he's going to go ahead and rage heal into that wizard tower farm. They're going to go ahead and take that out without very little effort, or with very little effort. Without very little, it's with. They're with very little effort. And just go ahead and completely crush this base a little bit more. The Expo is taking them down with the skelly traps on those loons. They are very pesky. And we've got the queen, fortunately, with healers. And that king goes down to the skelly traps after the queen. So we're going to go ahead and fast forward a little bit more. Got a hound still up, and we've got loons right behind that. So it's just about cleaning the base up, and that's what they do. All done. That's a 3. Last one. We haven't seen it in a while. Still extremely strong attack. Peter's going to show us the Lalune. So 42 minions. A couple of them I think are going to be used to do some funneling. But he's going to have in the high 30s to be able to deploy on this base. He's got his king queen. Notice they're not completely maxed. Just a 21 king with 28 queen. So you guys can do this with lower heroes or mid-level heroes, and even lower heroes if the base is not a max base. It's just a little tougher to do a queen walk with like a level 15 on a max base. This is not... It's pretty close to a max base defense-wise, just not wall-wise. So we've got the king banging through. We're doing the whole funneling type of thing for this queen. We want her to get into that little weird alcove where we can drop the jump and get her inside that base. That's the whole goal of this. That king is going to go ahead and take out that AD. Thank you for putting the AD on the outside. Makes this hit so much easier, where the king does not have to bust through a wall or have any wizards or any help to help him take out that AD. So that made life extremely more simple to get the 3 on this base. And then we've got the jump in there. We've got a baby dragon to help funnel, just again to make sure that that queen does not have any weird ideas of jumping out this base and going out the 2 o'clock compartment and doing something weird. Drops a poison for that baby dragon, Valkyrie, and couple of wizards. And does, I guess, needed to use the ability there. I didn't receive, drop the rage and ability, or did she use the ability before? Either way, doesn't matter. Under rage, taking out the sweepers that are very pesky for the healers, and then she's going to step up and take both of those expos out. And then what we can do is we can just send those lava hounds in from the 1 o'clock, sends them both in with loons right behind it. Again, the loons here are really, they're not just to take out the defenses, they're to soak up any of those air bombs that the minions would encounter on the way in there. So we've got the loons just making their way through, uses the rage to get them through that beginning portion of the base. Still one lava hound up. The pups and loons are together, and we've got the did I say pups and minions are together, sorry. And the loons are just going ahead, making their way through each defense at a time. Queen is still up, taking out defenses, taking out trash buildings. So just a really, really nice attack. We'll speed this thing up, even though the Tesla has not gone down, the mortar has gone down, and then we beat the base lead pretty soundly. Still extremely strong attack. I really like that attack. I've used it a couple times. I got to get back into it. I totally forgot about that. It's a really, really good attack, especially to help you take out that, if you ever have a base where you want to hit it with air and you're not sure how to get that archer queen, the enemy archer queen down, that's how you do it. Those minions just go ahead and just take her out without any issue. So hopefully y'all enjoyed this. We're going to do some ground attacks next on the next video, so go ahead and check that out if you haven't already. But hopefully you guys learn a little something from this, of the different strategies we have. Like, subscribe if you haven't already. Share them with your clanmates if you guys enjoy them. So will your clanmates, I'm sure, I think, possibly. And, and go ahead and get used to the compositions. Tweak them a little bit to your liking. Use those friendly challenges to get those 6-star clan wars. And go ahead and practice those 3-star attacks.